What up, you guys? It's NickCuts here. Just wanted to give you a little preview of the new setup here in 2026. This is by far the best setup that I've seen anywhere. I know I've seen a lot of you guys have these home studio setups. I don't think they can compare to this. I see you guys a lot with these ring lights. Does not look professional. Setup just looks wonky. This is by far an unmatched setup. If you got something, feel free to drop it in the comments. Show me what you got. But I'm just going to go ahead and walk you over why I think this is the most ideal setup for 2026 for you at-home barbers. Also, just to let you guys know, this space right here is one of two spaces that I have. This is a personal space that I use for friends and family only. I do not charge for haircuts inside of this space. I do have another space located in downtown LA, Los Angeles to be exact. That location down there is a 300 square foot location that I rent out with a partner that does live streaming, and I do haircutting as well. Stay tuned for a second video on that, as that space is super unique. And just like this, I guess you could say. But I think this one's really cool for anyone who's trying to get an idea of what to maybe do to implement into their home studio. Alright, so let's talk about this chair here. This chair here is a Cosmo chair. I did get this from my school. Obviously, it is not like the one that you saw in the caption photo. I don't have enough room to have a big golden fancy chair. I know we all wish we could kind of have that, but it is pretty unrealistic for most of us. So something like this is really attainable, super affordable as well. You can find a lot of these on Facebook Marketplace for less than $100. I did get mine from my old school that I graduated from. That was a really big plus right here. I was able to get this for free. Just getting to know people and have connections in the industry is really good. Obviously, the chair does have a little bit of burns and stuff from, students using it over the years, but it works perfectly fine. All the mechanisms are great on it. So yeah, that's the chair we got going on. Obviously, one thing I'd like to start to see a lot of barbers implement in 2026 is no more ring lights. Let's keep it real. The ring lights hurt our eyes. They don't have really good space coverage. Man, like, you're either working on one side with the hair, unless you got a really big ring light, then it's in the way. That's just not really the greatest thing. So what I've done is I've created a setup where I have these soft light boxes, which are super nice, and they're able to create a good flood coverage of lighting onto that person's hair. So yes, this light right here is a Amaran. It is a really nice device. This one right here is controlled on like this nice little panel right back here, where you can adjust everything and stuff as well. It is also Bluetooth connected, so I can do a lot of different features on it. Like, obviously you're never gonna need police cop flashing lights, but this is just some of the cool features that the Amaran can do. There's a lot of other different settings in there that you can control, adjust, and mess around with. This is just one of them. Obviously, I do have some products that I sell. These are subjective to the clients that I be working with. A little brief walkthrough. I have some spider wax from level 3, some prestige texture powder, some level 3 aftershave colognes. I do have a pricing list up top, kind of shows a little breakdown of what the product has to offer. So on and so forth. This is really good just to offer to your clients at the end of a service. I know a lot of barbers don't do that, and that is something that they are missing out on tremendously. Obviously, I have this little cart right here as well. Before I get into all these other cool little tools, I'm just going to give you a little brief walkthrough about this cart. This little cart right here has my guards on it. It has a T-pop guard, Stylecraft guards, different barber capes, different barber supplies down below, bunch of different tools that I work with, combs and brushes, and other little items. Switched over to the Metas to kind of give us a little bit more of a personalized walkthrough of some stuff, maybe a little bit more up close look, rather than me holding my phone. So in here we do have some starting stuff that I used to work with back in the day. These right here were some clippers I used to work with. We got the B-Ways, we got the T-Pops, we got some trimmers. These I would never buy, I got gifted in a raffle. And we do have these big chunky Babyliss Pros. Some different shavers in here as well. This one is a little Gold Supreme trimmer, shaver. beatway shaver, and a wall shaver. Over to the left are some starting shears that I did work with. These ones I got off of Temu for like 20 bucks. These are some cool shears to start with. They came with the set for 20 bucks. I mean, I think they're good to start with. You really can't beat it for the price. Obviously, I have done some upgrading, and I have got myself some really nice Hanzo shears. Obviously, these are subjective to what you like and the company that you want to rock with. I'm not going to disclose the price, but these were a pretty penny. I do have some fans as well. These are really good just to have to blow down little hair and stuff around your station, keep things clean. Obviously super important. These are really good, and I do have that big one down below as well. I do have some backup guards. These ones are not my go-to guards though. These are just backup guards just in case anything happens. You can never go wrong with having extra guards. Now that we're done with that, little like drawer right there, I'm going to give you a little brief walkthrough of the tools that I use on a day-to-day basis. These tools I really love rocking with. Obviously, we do have the Stylecraft Jeezys. These ones are really good, super strong, powerful motor, and it does have this echo blade that, God, everyone is dying for right now in the industry. That crunch is to die for, and we all know it. Everyone's rocking with the echo blade right now. Though, as barbers, we all know these little teeth right here are super fragile. Oof, and getting a new blade is not cheap. Then we have the JRLs. These ones are really good as well. I do have the chunk blade put on it right now. I am going to change this out. Obviously, I did do a little modification over there on that T-pop, which we will get into right now, and you'll see what blade I have on that. But I did swap the blades on these for the moment. Another one I do really like, and I like this color setup right here, is this pink Stylecraft Instinct trimmer. This is a really good trimmer right here. I'm rocking with the color. Oh. And then we do have the Babyliss Pros right here. These ones are really nice because I have multiple of these batteries and I'll never run out if I'm doing haircuts. Obviously, over to this side over here now, we do have this side, which isn't T-pop, even though it does have that T-pop mat. And then this side is the T-pop side. Obviously, I wish I had a different mat over here, but this one still works. This is a T-pop deluxe trimmer that I have with the crazy deep 2.0 blade on it. Oh my god, this thing cuts really good. Then we do have the T-pop minis. This is what everyone's been raving about lately, is how small and compact they are. But if I'm being honest, there's really not too much of a difference between the Stylecraft and the T-pop size-wise. One thing I have done different to this is I do have this diamond blade on here. And oh boy, this diamond blade is so nice, removing that hard line out at the bottom. It just removes it so perfectly and gets a nice blend. I do have this T-pop trimmer as well with the softy blade put on it. And then the T-pop single shaver. Another thing I really didn't touch much on is like this curtain setup that I have going. Obviously, this curtain setup blocks what we obviously all know is a bed. Obviously, this is a friends and family location, so my friends and family obviously know that I'm cutting inside of a room. And the only reason they come to this location is because they cannot get out to my downtown LA location. So obviously I do have it set up on these like rail tracks up here. This is really cool if you are like trying to maximize your space and not put up like these big crazy dividers, because these can slide all off to the sides. You can push them out of the way when you're having a normal day and it won't be in your way. Obviously this is something that most barbers should maybe look into if you're looking to do a setup like this, rather than having those like big crazy dividers and trying to figure out where you're going to put them. Thank you all for sticking around to the end of the video if you did. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you guys were able to check out my setup here. If you have any comments, please feel free to drop it down below. I know a lot of us are barbers and all just trying to like learn a little bit more insight about these things. I will have a lot more videos to be posting here in the near future. A lot of techniques that have been gatekeeped. A lot of things that, you know, normal barbers or starting out barbers could learn. So yeah, there's always something to learn in this industry. Barbers are constantly learning. We're constantly revolutionizing our craft. So please stick around. If you're a barber, drop a comment. Let me see your setup. We appreciate it. It's NickCuts. 2026 is going to be our year. For all the barbers, let's get it.